There is a quiet psychological struggle that many men go through but almost never talk about openly. It starts when a man becomes interested in a woman who does not respond with the same energy. She is polite, calm, maybe even friendly, but emotionally distant. She does not flirt, she does not lean in, and she does not give any clear sign that she sees him as more than just another person in her life. Over time, this emotional distance begins to create doubt. A man starts questioning himself. He wonders if he is unattractive, boring, or simply invisible. Slowly, his confidence erodes, not because she rejected him directly, but because her indifference feels like silent judgment. Most men respond to this situation in one of two ways. They either chase harder, trying to prove their value, or they withdraw completely, assuming the door is closed forever. Both reactions come from misunderstanding how attraction actually works. Attraction is not a fixed decision that happens instantly and never changes. It is not a switch that turns on or off forever. Attraction is a dynamic emotional process that evolves based on how a woman feels in a man's presence over time. Many strong emotional connections do not begin with instant chemistry. They begin with neutrality. Neutrality is not rejection. Neutrality simply means her emotional system has not yet been activated. The mistake most men make is assuming that lack of immediate interest means lack of potential. In reality, attraction often grows when emotional conditions shift. Those conditions are not created by effort or persuasion, but by energy, presence, and emotional stability. A woman's attraction system is deeply connected to her nervous system. Long before she thinks about liking a man, her body is already responding to him. Her subconscious mind is constantly scanning for emotional signals. Is this man calm or anxious? Is he grounded or reactive? Does he feel emotionally safe or unpredictable? These questions are processed instantly and unconsciously. When a man is internally tense, overthinking, or desperate for approval, that tension is felt as pressure. Pressure makes a woman emotionally close off. When a man is calm, present, and emotionally regulated, her nervous system relaxes. Relaxation creates openness. Openness creates curiosity, and curiosity is the first step toward attraction. Presence is one of the most powerful yet rare qualities in modern interactions. Most men are not truly present when they are around a woman they like. Their mind is racing ahead, analyzing outcomes, rehearsing responses, and worrying about impressions. This mental chaos leaks into their body language. Their movements become stiff. Their voice becomes slightly strained. Their reactions become exaggerated or hesitant. A woman may not consciously identify these details, but her emotional system detects them clearly. When a man is present, everything changes. His breathing slows. His posture relaxes. His movements become natural. He listens instead of waiting to speak. This presence creates a feeling of emotional grounding. When a woman feels grounded around a man, she feels safe enough to explore connection. Eye contact is often misunderstood in attraction. Strong eye contact does not mean staring intensely or trying to dominate the interaction. That often creates discomfort. Real eye contact comes from comfort with closeness. It is relaxed, steady, and warm. When a man can hold eye contact without tension, without rushing to look away, and without trying to prove something, he communicates inner confidence. He signals that he is comfortable being seen and comfortable seeing her. This kind of eye contact does not pressure a woman. It invites her. She feels acknowledged instead of evaluated. That subtle emotional shift can slowly transform indifference into interest. Another deeply psychological element of attraction is scent. Scent is processed in the brain's emotional and memory centers, bypassing logic completely. This is why certain smells instantly trigger memories and feelings from the past. When a man has a subtle, consistent scent, it becomes part of his emotional identity. It does not overpower. It does not demand attention. It simply exists in the background. Later, when a woman encounters a similar scent, her mind may drift back to him without conscious intention. This is emotional imprinting. It happens naturally when the association is calm and positive. A man who understands this chooses a scent that reflects his personality rather than trying to impress. Calm scents create calm memories. Calm memories create emotional comfort. Anxiety is one of the biggest barriers to attraction, not because anxiety itself is unattractive, but because uncontrolled anxiety changes behavior. When anxiety takes over, men become reactive. They talk too much. They explain themselves unnecessarily. They seek reassurance. They try to manage how they are perceived. All of this communicates emotional instability. Women are instinctively drawn to emotional regulation because it signals maturity and safety. A regulated man does not suppress emotion, but he does not let emotion control him. When a man learns to calm his nervous system, his natural personality comes forward. He stops performing and starts being. Authentic presence is far more attractive than forced confidence. Before interacting with a woman he cares about, a man's emotional baseline matters greatly. One powerful way to stabilize this baseline is by reconnecting with people who genuinely support him. Speaking to someone who knows his worth reminds his nervous system that he is already valued. This is not about seeking validation. It is about emotional grounding. When a man enters an interaction feeling emotionally full rather than emotionally empty, his energy changes completely. He no longer approaches from a place of need. He approaches from a place of choice. This subtle shift is deeply felt by women, even if they cannot explain it. The environment in which interactions happen also plays a significant role in shaping emotional responses. Predictable, passive environments rarely create strong emotional impressions. Attraction grows through emotion, and emotion is intensified by movement, novelty, and shared experience. When two people experience something new together, their emotional systems activate. Those emotions become associated with the person present. This is why shared experiences are often more powerful than long conversations. Emotional moments create memories. Memories create attachment. When a man understands this, he chooses experiences that feel alive rather than safe and forgettable. How a man interacts with the world around him sends constant emotional signals. Women observe how men treat people who offer them nothing in return. They notice how men handle small frustrations, delays, or inconveniences. These moments reveal emotional maturity. A man who remains calm and respectful communicates reliability. Reliability builds trust. Trust allows attraction to grow naturally. This is not about acting polite for approval. It is about being emotionally centered regardless of circumstance. Confidence is often misunderstood as loudness or dominance. True confidence is quiet. It shows itself in actions rather than words. Taking initiative without seeking praise signals inner security. Acting without needing validation communicates self-worth. A man who does not seek approval feels safe to be around. Emotional safety allows a woman to relax, and relaxation opens the door to attraction. Restraint is another powerful but overlooked element of attraction. Many men believe that escalating intimacy quickly shows confidence. In reality, rushing often signals insecurity and fear of loss. When a man allows moments to end without forcing closeness, he creates space for curiosity. Curiosity keeps the mind engaged. When an interaction ends without full closure, it lingers. She replays it mentally. She reflects on how she felt. That reflection creates emotional momentum. Attraction thrives in that space of anticipation. Attraction is deeply connected to growth. Men who are evolving mentally, emotionally, and physically carry a sense of direction. Direction creates purpose. Purpose creates grounded energy. A man with purpose does not revolve around a woman. He invites her into his life. This dynamic feels fundamentally different from chasing. When a woman senses that a man's life is full and meaningful, she becomes curious about being part of it. Silence, when supported by confidence, is one of the strongest tools of attraction. Silence does not mean awkwardness. It means comfort. A man who is comfortable with silence is not afraid of connection. He allows moments to breathe. He listens fully. This creates psychological tension in a healthy way. It invites engagement rather than forcing it. When silence feels safe, attraction deepens. Emotional safety must always come before desire. Without safety, attraction cannot sustain itself. Safety is built through consistency, calm reactions, and respect. It is built when a man listens without interrupting and responds without overreacting. When a woman feels emotionally safe, her defenses lower naturally. And when defenses lower, attraction has room to grow. At its core, Attraction is energy, not effort. You cannot force it through words or gestures. You embody it through calmness, presence, and self-respect. When your energy is grounded, it pulls people toward you. When your energy is needy, it pushes them away. The goal is not to chase attraction, but to become aligned internally so attraction becomes a natural response to who you are. Connections fail not because attraction was absent, but because emotional signals were mixed. A woman may feel intrigued one day and uncertain the next. This fluctuation often reflects a man's internal instability rather than her lack of interest. Emotional consistency does not mean predictability. It means emotional reliability. A man who reacts differently every time creates confusion. Confusion creates emotional fatigue. Emotional fatigue slowly kills attraction. When a man learns to remain emotionally steady regardless of mood or outcome, he becomes someone a woman can emotionally lean toward rather than guard against. One of the most powerful ways attraction strengthens is through emotional leadership. Emotional leadership does not involve control or dominance. It involves being the calmest nervous system in the room. When situations become awkward, tense, or uncertain, a man who stays relaxed unconsciously guides the emotional tone. A woman feels this immediately. She feels less pressure to manage the interaction herself. This relief is deeply attractive because it allows her to stay in her feminine emotional state rather than shifting into control or defense. Emotional leadership is subtle, but its impact is profound. Many men unintentionally sabotage attraction by over-communicating their intentions. They explain their feelings too early. They clarify emotions that were never questioned. They seek reassurance before uncertainty has even appeared. This removes mystery. Mystery is not manipulation. Mystery is space. Space allows curiosity to grow. When everything is explained, there is nothing left for the mind to explore. A man who allows emotions to unfold naturally creates depth without effort. He trusts the process rather than rushing the outcome. Another critical psychological factor is how a man handles emotional discomfort. Discomfort is inevitable in attraction. There will be moments of silence, misalignment, or uncertainty. Men who try to eliminate discomfort immediately communicate emotional fragility. Men who tolerate discomfort calmly communicate strength. A woman feels safer with a man who does not panic when emotions are unclear. Safety allows her to relax into attraction rather than question it. Calm tolerance of uncertainty is one of the strongest indicators of emotional maturity. Humor also plays a vital role in emotional bonding, but not forced humor. Natural, situational humor releases tension and creates shared emotional highs. Laughter synchronizes nervous systems. When two people laugh together, their emotional rhythms align. This alignment increases connection without conscious effort. Humor that comes from presence rather than performance feels effortless and genuine. It makes a woman feel emotionally close without feeling pressured. Touch, when appropriate and respectful, can deepen attraction dramatically. However, timing is everything. Touch that comes too early feels invasive. Touch that comes too late feels disconnected. The correct timing emerges naturally when emotional comfort is already established. Light, brief, non-demanding touch communicates warmth without expectation. It should never seek reassurance or reaction. When touch feels natural, it strengthens emotional memory rather than creating tension. A man's relationship with himself is always reflected in how he relates to others. If he is internally critical, impatient, or dissatisfied, that energy leaks outward. Women are highly sensitive to emotional undercurrents. They may not consciously identify them, but they feel them. Self-acceptance creates emotional ease. Emotional ease creates attractive presence. A man who is at peace with himself allows others to feel at peace around him. Boundaries are another core element of sustained attraction. Contrary to popular belief, boundaries do not push women away. They create respect. A man who knows what he will and will not accept communicates self-worth. Self-worth is magnetic. Boundaries prevent resentment and imbalance. When a man overgives, he unconsciously devalues himself. When he respects his own limits, he invites respect from others. Attraction thrives in balanced dynamics. Scarcity is often misunderstood as playing hard to get. True scarcity is not a strategy. It is a natural result of a full life. A man with purpose does not manufacture distance. Distance exists because his time and energy are valuable. When a woman senses that she is engaging with someone who has direction, her interest intensifies. Purpose-driven energy feels stable and grounded. It contrasts sharply with need-driven attention, which feels heavy and draining. Emotional polarity is another subtle but powerful factor. Attraction grows when emotional energies complement rather than mirror each other. A calm man balances emotional intensity. An emotionally expressive woman feels safe around emotional steadiness. This polarity creates harmony. When both people are emotionally reactive, attraction becomes chaotic and unstable. Emotional balance allows desire to grow without conflict. The way a man handles rejection or uncertainty leaves a lasting impression. Rejection handled with grace often increases attraction rather than diminishing it. When a man accepts outcomes without bitterness or collapse, he communicates confidence. Confidence without entitlement is deeply attractive. A woman may not be ready emotionally in the moment, but the memory of emotional maturity lingers. That memory can reopen doors later. Time also plays a psychological role in attraction. Rushed connections burn fast and fade quickly. Slow-burning attraction creates depth and emotional security. A man who is not in a hurry allows emotions to develop naturally. This patience signals abundance rather than scarcity. Abundance mindset relaxes interactions. Relaxed interactions create space for genuine desire. Emotional independence is essential for sustainable attraction. A man who relies on a woman to regulate his emotions creates pressure. Pressure suffocates desire. When a man manages his own emotional state, he becomes enjoyable to be around. Enjoyment is one of the strongest drivers of attraction. People gravitate toward those who make them feel lighter, calmer, and more alive. The ability to walk away respectfully is one of the strongest demonstrations of self-respect. Walking away does not mean giving up. It means honoring emotional alignment. When a man leaves a situation that does not meet his standards without anger or blame, he reinforces his value. This often shifts perception. Attraction is not guaranteed to return, but respect almost always does. Respect is the foundation on which attraction can rebuild. Consistency over time solidifies attraction. Small, repeated emotional experiences build trust. Trust deepens connection. Deep connection allows desire to become secure rather than anxious. A man who shows up emotionally stable, present, and respectful creates a predictable emotional environment. Predictability does not mean boredom. It means safety. Safety allows passion to exist without fear. Attraction is not about tactics. It is about internal alignment. When a man aligns his emotions, values, and actions, his presence changes. He no longer seeks attraction. He allows it. This shift is subtle but transformative. People respond to who you are being, not what you are doing. Ultimately, the most attractive quality a man can embody is emotional self-sufficiency combined with openness. He does not need connection, but he welcomes it. He does not fear loss, but he values presence. This balance creates a powerful emotional signal. It tells a woman that connection with him will add to her life, not consume it. Attraction grows where there is calm, curiosity, and emotional safety. When you embody these qualities consistently, attraction stops being something you chase and becomes something that naturally finds you. The goal is not to control emotions, but to understand them. When you understand emotional dynamics, you move through connections with confidence, clarity, and authenticity. And in that state, attraction becomes effortless.